Assalamu alaikum students, I hope all of you are fine. Today's topic is Joul's law. Joule also took three variables of a gas which are volume, temperature and pressure. And if you remember in Boyle's law, we discussed that he only focus on the effect of pressure on the volume of a gas by keeping temperature constant. But Charles' law focus on the effect of temperature on volume of a gas by keeping pressure constant. To completely understand it, let's start our topic. He took an apparatus. He took a water bath and a graduated cylinder filled with a gas and a mercury on it to measure a pressure of a gas, and a heater to heat the water bath, and a thermometer to measure the temperature of a system, and also observe what will happen as a rise of temperature to the volume of a gas. थर्मोमीटर इसने इसलिए यूज़ किया ताकि वो ऑब्ज़र्व करे कि जैसे जैसे टेम्परेचर बढ़ रहा है वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ गैस पे क्या अफेक्ट होगा और मरकरी के प्रेशर पे क्या अफेक्ट होगा. आफ्टर टेकिंग मैनी ऑब्जर्वेशंस he draw a graph, he draw a table, and if you see in the table there are some values of temperature and volume. As thermometer only measure temperature in degree Celsius scale, so what if you observe the values, you see that at 0 degree centigrade volume is 1, 100 पे 1.37, 2 पे 1.73 and 300 degree centigrade पे 2.10. If you see from this table, you can easily interpret that as temperature increases, volume increases. To make it more clearer, with the help of a theoretical theory, we interpret this data in the form of graph. To do this, we take a temperature on x-axis and volume on y-axis. But before going to draw our graph, you always remember that temperature SI unit is Kelvin. But from thermometer, we only measure temperature at 0 degree centigrade. So to convert temperature into Kelvin, what we will do, that we will multiply degree Celsius we will add degree Celsius temperature with 273. After adding temperature with 273, we plot a graph, and if you see in the graph, you see a straight line. This straight line represents that there is a direct relationship between volume and temperature. Means as temperature increases, volume increases. So we concluded that volume is directly proportional to temperature, and by removing proportionality constant, we put constant here. After that, we will take t is multiplying here, we put t on other side, and what we get our new derivation, which is v by t is equal to constant. So we can also set that the ratio means the division of volume and temperature. The ratio of volume and temperature is always constant. So we also we interpret a new data that the ratio of volume and temperature is always constant. To prove this statement, let's extend our table 1 into table 2. As I already told you that temperature should be in Kelvin, so we already convert temperature into Kelvin, and after that what we do, they will put the values of volume and temperature in Kelvin, value of volume in decimeter cube and value of temperature in Kelvin. After that we observe that V ratio of volume and temperature is always constant in all the values. So we prove that V by T is always constant only if volume and temperature has direct relationship. To check this statement, we alternate the first derivation, which is V by T is equal to constant. We put T over there, so we get this and remove the constant to the proportionality sign, so we get V directly proportional to T. So we also check that V by T is only constant if there is a direct relationship between volume and temperature. So what Charles law states that the volume of a fixed amount of a gas. Fixed amount of a gas means a specific amount of a gas which is present in a container. And what are the condition? At constant pressure. Condition should be that the volume should be at constant pressure, is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Absolute temperature means Kelvin temperature. So again we will discuss that the volume of a fixed amount of a gas at constant pressure is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. कि वॉल्यूम और टेम्परेचर का एक दूसरे से डायरेक्ट रिलेशनशिप है अगर प्रेशर कांस्टेंट होगा. मीन्स वॉल्यूम अगर टेम्परेचर बढ़ेगा तो वॉल्यूम भी बढ़ेगा, अगर टेम्परेचर डिक्रीज होगा तो वॉल्यूम भी डिक्रीज होगा. Let's see an example to make it more clearer. Before going to example, I hope you all understood Charles' law. Okay, what is Charles' law and how Charles proved that a temperature and volume has direct relationship. So before solving the numericals of Charles' law, you must remember some things. It will be helpful for you to solve the numerical of Charles' law. When doing the numerical, always write data. Remember the formula of Charles' law, because most of the students confuse Charles' law with the Boyle's law. They know the concept but they confuse the formula with the Charles' law. So remember that V by T ratio is equal to constant is Charles' law formula. And if there is a comparison between more than one values, we can write it like V by V1 T1 is equal to V2 T2 is equal to V3 T3, and so on. You can also draw a table as you observe in the explanation of Charles' law. And most important thing to remember is always change temperature. Most of the students forget to change temperature into Kelvin, which is by adding degree Celsius temperature with 273, and always write unit. If in constant value, if you don't write units, it's okay because it's a constant unit. Let's take an example. I hope you will read it from your book. Let's take a data. In this they took a pressure is equal to 900 millimeter mercury, which is a constant pressure, and there is some values of temperature and volume. So simply what we will do, we know the formula V by T, and we also know that temperature should be converted into Kelvin by adding 2 plus T. So we convert them into Kelvin. After that, what we do, that put the value of volume and temperature in Kelvin, and you observe that our values are constant. If you observe that after third value, our values are a little bit different. But if you remember in physics, the significant figures, you remember that after decimal we only focus on two values. These are the significant figures. You can also solve it by plotting a table or by doing another method.